What's it like with the roster on the watch party? You've gotten closer to Bose over the past couple years, and Hector and Zen.
Yeah, I mean, Hector's always been like he was my best man or one of my best men on my wedding.
Yeah.
Zinni, I mean, Zinni's always been like, Zinni.
He's always been there.
He's always there. Zinni's always there. Mark, yeah, I feel like I've grown closer to Mark because like Mark, we've always been like close. Obviously, we lived in the same house together.
Yeah.
Always been boys. But like as years went on and I'm competing and he's kind of doing his thing, it's like I see him at content. It's like you just don't see them all the time. But whenever you're like in that routine, it's like every single weekend pretty much for the next 6-7 months.
Yeah, you're chilling with him for 6 hours a day.
We're hanging out watching COD. So definitely grew closer to Mark throughout it, which is nice because I love Mark content. I think he's hilarious. He adds like his own little flair.
Yeah, he does.
Funny Mark. So yeah, definitely grown closer to Mark. But I love the watch party. Like again, if I didn't have the watch party, it would be a lot harder for me just to like have those feelings of going back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of gets fulfilled through that. Like where I get to watch, still be close with the community, like still bullshitting about stuff with the community. It's like I'm still pretty hands-on. If I wasn't hands-on, I might be like, that void in my life would not have been filled. If that makes sense.
So your void is not like a competitive void. It's like
just Call of Duty.
Let's do a Call of Duty void.
Yeah, I just always want to be with or connected to the community in some way.
Yeah.
And I think I always will be, unless, obviously I stop streaming entirely. But that void of like imagine if I retired and I wasn't doing the watch party and I'm just playing Warzone every day. Like I could not do that.
No,
there's no way I could do that. There's not a chance.
It also wouldn't have been as fun. Like there's a lot of people that retire and they don't have something lined up and then they try content and it's like, if you're going to do content, you got to like do something.
Yeah.
Like it was cool that like Octane joined a watch party and Zuma did his thing and like people that have stuff lined up. But sometimes you're like, damn, and then you don't hear from them for a while. And then you're like, wait.
It's so easy to not create content and then get in a rut of not creating content.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Like if you stop, like if your creative juices stop, it's hard to get them back. Like even I struggle with that. Like back in the day, like BO2, it's a lot different now, granted. Where it's like back in BO2, we didn't have skill-based matchmaking. Right. You didn't have to try to do all these things to get easier lobbies, which I don't do. Hand to God. It's like, dude, nowadays to get good fucking pub gameplays, you have to 2-box or you have to VPN to Nicaragua or you got fucking like, dude, it's just insane, bro.
And then it's not even good lobbies. Like obviously you had some lobbies in Black Ops 2 that were like, holy shit, what are these real people?
It's a bot lobby, but then also you don't see the 3 hours of me recording before then where I'm not getting lobbies like that. So it's not like I was sitting there and just pumping out one gameplay and that's it. It's like I was sitting there for sometimes 2-3 hours to get one game that I'm like, okay, that's a good enough one to post.
Dude,
nowadays, I could sit there for 5 hours and just be in skill-based hell and not get a single game.
Or you could 2-box one game, go 201. And then people are like,
and then I got to look at myself in the mirror like I'm just a fraud. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they know I'm a fraud.
Did you get a nuke on the beta?
Yeah, one.
You got one.
One at the end.
Dude, there's a kid that he uploads almost every day about him getting a triple nuke. Like what you used to do in fucking Modern Warfare 3 with like the double Moabs and shit. He'll do that. He'll get a triple nuke. And people are watching it like, dude, you're the best. And I'm like, are you guys really serious right now? Like this guy's shooting people just like
crouched looking the other way.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he's not even having fun.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I don't know how people do it, but something's fishy.
2-box.
Something is fishy.
2-box VPNs.
2-boxing. I didn't even hear about it until like 2 months ago.
But like it's hard nowadays. So like back to what I was saying with the creative juices. Back then I could get on and use a different gun and get a crazy gameplay. Now if I try to use anything that's not meta, I'm getting slammed.
Oh yeah.
So it's like that kind of wiped off all the YouTube fun that I used to have.
I'm actually kind of, dude. Is the race might even be? I bet
the race is gonna be sweaty as fuck,
dude.
We're gonna be getting stream sniped.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I bet you people that are playing that are also like really racing, not what we're doing, but like racing.
Yeah.
They're probably all 2-boxing. Now that I think about it, like
we'll have to see like what their games look like. We can't just accuse them off rip. Like they're about to 2-box.
Okay, if somebody said whoever gets to Master Prestige first gets $10 million.
Oh man, you are in Honduras. Brother.
It would be VPN.
You are in Honduras. You're fucking two boxing in Honduras.
You are in Honduras.
Dude, you are playing AI.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would for that much, you know what I mean? Like there are ways to almost any form of like open competition on Call of Duty nowadays is just like, dude, it has to be invite only.
I mean, yeah, look at Warzone tournaments.
Yeah, just talked about it with Aiden. There was a guy in World Series of Warzone Invitational that was hacking.
Yeah, that's one thing. But I'm talking about like the pub tournaments where they're kill racing.
Oh, dude.
Dude, you join my lobby at 5 p.m. and you're like, dude, I can't even get 4. And then you go watch some of these guys. They're dropping 40. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Personally, when it comes to VPNing, when it comes to two boxing, it's a way to get around. It's a way to get around something that Activision has not been like open about, which is skill-based matchmaking. Yeah. So I don't have a problem with it if you're open about it. Two boxing is kind of like the boob jobs of COD. You know what I mean?
Explain.
So like, I don't have a problem with boob jobs, but if you're getting double Ds and you have the waist of a supermodel, you want to be, you want to make sure that other women know that like, you know, this can't just happen naturally.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
I see that.
Like you gotta, if you want boobs like this and a waist like this, you gotta work really hard, but you also have to pay for the boob. That's how I feel about like, if you're gonna drop 80 kills in a war zone, just be like, I dropped 80, but just so you know, this is how I did it.
They would never do that.
They would never do it.
And
that's how I feel. And I feel like
it exposes their whole shtick.
I know it's a lot. It's the same with boob jobs. It's like, I feel like you got to be realistic to the people that you're talking to. Otherwise, you get the fucking Warzone community that's just like everyone's hacking, like Bobby Poff. You know what I mean? Like those fucking guys. Bobby Poff is hacking. I know he is. He's in there.
Oh yeah.
And then it gets really bad.
Yeah.
It gets really, really, really bad in there.
I agree. Yeah. But yeah, that just kind of like, I was talking about like being creative on YouTube and stuff, and it's so hard nowadays with skill based. But that was just we tangented.
We did.
That was a tangent.
We did tangent.
But yeah, so like back in the day, I just felt like I could be more creative on YouTube. Now it's like it's kind of evolved into like more just live content. Everything is like on stream, live. I don't know. It's kind of hard to be like creative with live streams unless you're Kai and you're like, unless you have a whole set director that's coming in and doing your whole background and stuff. It's kind of hard to be creative, like unless you run like tournaments and stuff. Like what
in Call of Duty you're saying, or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah.
Like you can host a Call of Duty tournament. You know, is that creative? You're just hosting a tournament.
Yeah, you gotta do it in a creative
like the extent
way.
of it's just hard to be creative nowadays, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like the race where we can get creative and have ideas that we have like a little think tank and we have these things that we all want to do and kind of try to execute it.
Could you imagine this pod comes out and the race is just like tanked?
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Like it just
Don't
didn't
even
go
say
well.
that.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't even say that.